Jesus was a bona fide guru, and he wore them funny shoes. Joe Hill was a by-God union man, and he paid them union dues. Well, they walked this world with a working man's hands, and their skins are red and brown. Bosses nailed one of them up to a tree, and they shot the other one down. Jesus walked the road of the hard time people, told his boys, got a message for you. When I'm gone, you gotta treat these people just the way you seen me do. Joe said, you dry them eyes, get yourselves organized. It don't matter what happens to me. Well, we ain't much to look at, my brothers and sisters, but we ain't slaves. We were born to be free. Jesus said to love one another. Joe said to stand up and fight. Live long enough, you come to understand how both them boys was right. Jesus likes a brother to put his sword down. Joe stood to the striking line. It's a fight, it's a battle, and you shake and you rattle. Hope to stand tall when it comes the time. Don't know if Jesus ever studied on the Union. Don't know if Joe ever got down to pray. When the choices was thin, they was both all in, and that's a difference them two boys made. Well, they tell me Jesus was God and Joe was a legend. Ain't the thing that makes me stir. In this cold, dark world, I hope we come to be half the simple humans. Oh, just half the simple humans those young men were. Jesus was a bona fide guru, and he wore them funny shoes. Joe Hill was a by-God union man, and paid them union dues. Well, they walked this world with a working man's hands, and their skins are red and brown. Bosses nailed one of them up in a tree, and they shot the other one. Oh, they shot the other one down. Thank you. song is by one of my favorite writers. She writes with a razor, I think. Name is Mary Gaucher. The song starts out with a verse about her father. My father passed a long time ago, so I'm going to do something that is actually a horrific thing to do in a way, but hope she'd understand. I'm going to change the first verse since my mom is still around, so I'm going to sing a little bit about my mom. And the song is actually kind of about all of us. It's called Mercy Now. My mother could use a little mercy now. I called her for Mother's Day. She won't remember anyhow. Used to do the church's books. Can't put two and two together anymore now. I love my mother. She could use some mercy now. My brother could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled by his fears and his doubts. The pain he sometimes lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother. He could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can stop the race to another mushroom cloud. People in power will do anything to keep their crown. I love life, and life itself could use some mercy now. Yeah, we all could use a little mercy now. Oh, I know we don't deserve it. We could use it anyhow. we hang in the balance, dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now. Every single one of us could use some mercy now. Thank you. So since Mary left us kind of dangling between hell and hallowed ground, what could I possibly do other than do one of my original songs named Hallowed Ground? Among yourselves again, please. How about something other than dead silence while I do this? Thank you. Sounds nice, by the way. So I was reading an article about Fretboard magazine or something. I was reading an article about Gillian Welch and David Rawlings. I don't know if you're familiar with those names. Yeah, awesome. Just I want to grow up to be like either one of them. They were talking about how one of the things when they're just feeling kind of stale, they'll just jump. There was like 8 years between an album that they did and then the most recent one they did, which I was a couple of years old now anyway. But she was talking about how when they feel stale, a lot of times they'll just jump in a van and drive across the country. And like staying in junky hotels, kind of they get ideas from that, and they get ideas from this, get ideas from that. And they also get ideas from, they'll stop and read the roadside markers. And it reminded me that I also like to stop and read roadside markers. And so I wrote this song called Hallowed Ground. And the deal with it is that it's probably somewhat offensive to historical purists because it compresses the entire history of the western United States into a small piece of ground, no place, where all of these things couldn't possibly have happened, but heck, it's all in the story, right? It's all in the story. Across the creek, it says, is where the cabin stood. Old man must have built her strong on a rope bed, half a dozen children came. 3 of them didn't stay very long. Up on the rise, it says, the old barn stood. All these years before it burned. Says they all sleep under that old cottonwood yonder. Seasons they still turn. Down the draw, found them teepee rings. Must have been Lakota or Cheyenne. Nez Perce crossed his ground when they was running for Sitting Bull in the grandmotherland. kids all stuck on trains for Pennsylvania. Had them white man lessons they had to learn. Kinda makes you wonder you don't hear voices on the thunder. The seasons they still turn. Hallowed ground, hallowed ground. Every place good people try to make a life. Every place good people laid their people down. Now no more than whispers through the summer grass. If you can even hear the sound, very dirt beneath our feet is hallowed ground. Up on the bench they tore that grass up for wheat. Watch a big black cloud come rolling in that day. Sign says they huddled in the house behind them shutters. Whole damn place just up and blew away. All the faces in them pictures so stern. Pictures and they're so stern. Took every bit of heart to watch your dreams fall apart. The seasons they still turn. Hallowed ground, hallowed ground. Every place good people tried to make a life. Every place good people laid their people down. No more now than whispers in the summer grass. If you can even hear the sound, the very dirt beneath our feet is hallowed ground. Crickets and the wind through the dry grass. Summer light, a plaque pinned to a stone, too far from where that new highway passes. Nothing here nobody even wants to own. Closest town is storefronts full of plywood. No surprise as far as that's concerned. Just another little draw without no name on them high buffalo plain. The seasons they still turn. Hallowed ground, hallowed ground. Every place good people tried to make a life. Every place good people laid their people down. It's just whispers through the summer grass. If you can even hear the sound, very dirt beneath our feet is hallowed ground. dirt beneath our feet is hallowed ground. Thank you. Guys doing okay? Night, guys. Thanks for coming out. My dad was a really quiet man. He was a really good man. He was a really quiet man. And passed a number of years ago. Of course, like everybody, I wish we'd talked more than we did. But there was a strange incident where he and Mom had accident on the way back from a trip to Seattle, actually. And Mom was pretty bad shape in the hospital there in Hays, Kansas. Beautiful vacation spot of Hays, Kansas. In the hospital, no less. And by the time I got there and my sister got there, it was clear that Mom was going to be fine. And Dad was like heaving this huge sigh of relief. And the way he did it was by going to Pizza Hut with us and imbibing mass amounts of beer, which my dad never did, ever. And so luckily it revealed all this stuff that night in a conversation. One of which was that when he was younger, he'd always dreamed of having a horse ranch. Now, dead silence is a perfect response to that, because that's exactly what I did. My jaw hit the floor, because I had no idea. So this song is occasioned by my dad's dreams. It's called He Dreamed of Horses. Daddy was a man, as quiet as he could be. And Daddy was a man, can't say he talked that much to me. And Daddy was a man, like other men, his life took its own courses. Late at night, my daddy dreamed of horses. Daddy was a St. Louis boy with the St. Louis boys blues. He got the stories about shuffling through the snow to school, newspapers stuffed in his bust-down shoes. But in them years before the war, well, hell, that weren't nobody's news. Still late at night, my daddy dreamed of horses. Daddy out from St. Louis caught him a ride in a B-24. Taught other men to run radios, so he had himself a quiet war. But he did what he was told to do, and that's what a man is for. But late at night, he dreamed. Come a time Daddy lived in Tulsa, said he rode in the park most every day. Spent the time alone in the city, dreaming of the ranches out that way. Dreaming got in front of doing, and that don't never leave much to say. Still late at night, my daddy dreamed of horses. Running wild, running free. Across the plain, rolling far as red tails I can see. Well, that's a dream, teaching a man what he wanna be. But hell, the first time I ever knew my daddy dreamed at all, he was almost 70. Brother, there's a dream that just gets tired and fades a little with every dawn. You got the wife and the kids and the 9 to 5 before you ever know it's gone. But the wife and the kids, hell, they don't need to know. So you just smile and hang on and on and on. But still late at night, safe inside the darkness, under a million quiet roofs, we strain down through the slumber to hear the thunder of the hooves. Wake up to a day just like yesterday and wonder what it all proves. But late at night, turn off the cell phone, put down the fight. Out on the horizon of the second sight, we can feel them. I'm my father's son, I seen him in my dreams. I got lucky and I wrote a few. And I ain't dead yet, and that's a good thing. I got a feeling that I ain't through. How you find your own way to them medicine dogs, well, that's a song I leave to you. In the night, I wish you dreams. Running wild, running free. Across the plain, rolling far as red tails I can see. And that's a dream, makes a man know what he wanna be. Thank you. I'm going to do this one for my sweetie here. Thank you. You can come back anytime. Get this in tune again. Thanks, Penny. Thanks for coming. I don't know if it's me that's all sweaty or what, but it's driving the guitar nuts here. I'm going to take a second to get it right, if you don't mind. Can't stand an untuned guitar. Song by Rita Hoskin, is a Northern California songwriter. Great gal. Oh, he's a bad man. Who's a bad man? Oh, got eyes the back of his head. Leave a poor boy face down in the dirt, dead. I'll build a fence high, about yay high. Oh, now can't get the damn devil out of my head. Gonna get something done when I get me some time. Pack a mule and I come my quarter. Smell of whiskey as I come the corner. Hey boy, who you looking for? Cole Younger, he killed my brother. Oh, she's crying, mama's crying, oh now. Friends standing round just waiting for rain. they're gonna turn their heads, they're gonna hear this boy sing. Oh, it's a fine gun. Oh, it's a fine gun. Kerosene and cold corn will keen my brain. He can run, he can hide, but he'll never fool a soul again. Pack a mule and a come my quarter. Turns whiskey in the corner. Hey boy, who you looking for? Cole Younger, 'cause he killed my brother. Oh, he's a bad man. Who's a bad man? Oh, who's got eyes in the back of his head? Leave a poor boy face down in the dirt, dead, dead. Thank you. Yeah. You bet. Okay, one more. This is a song. Actually, this is a song occasioned by something that came from this place. It was occasioned by some prayer flags. I don't know if, I'm sure everybody here absolutely knows what prayer flags are about, but at any rate, this song is occasioned from the prayer flags that hang in our backyard from our trees, of which there are many. We have this great backyard with these big old cedar trees. And so this song, in some ways, I used to know a guy, he would talk about songs either getting on him or, what was the word he used on him? Get on him, yeah. So this song got on me, for which I'm really grateful. So this is called The Flags. So for you guys who came out tonight, thank you very much for coming out. It's been a long time away and really nice to be back to trying to do this. So. See the prayers rise off the flags in the soft play of the breeze. See the prayers rise off the flags. Somebody hear 'em, hear 'em please. We got our kids so close behind us. world that's fallen to its knees. I see the prayers rise. See the prayers rise off the flag. See the prayers rise off the flag. Just where the shadows meet the light, I see the prayers rise off the flag. Here at the coming of the night, we got our kids so close behind us. Be so damn hard to do what's right. Ah, just see the prayers rise. See the prayers rise off the flag. Touch the earth, rest your eyes. Let the fight fall with a sigh. All that is asked is that you love well those who stand beside you. Let the wind horse take the sky. See the prayers rise off the flag. Here at the rising of the moon, I see the prayers rise off the flag. Day always says goodbye too soon. We got our kids here close around us. The fire throbs an ancient tune, and you can see the prayers rise. See the prayers rise off the flag. Touch the earth and rest your eyes. Let the fight fall with a sigh. All that is asked is that you love well those who stand beside you. Let the wind horse take the sky. See the prayers rise off the flag. In the soft play of the breeze, see the prayers rise off the flag. Somebody hear 'em, hear 'em please. We got our kids here close around us, but oh so soon we'll have to leave. But what we'll leave is how the prayers rise. The flames red, see how the prayers rise. Ah, see the prayers rise. See the prayers rise off the flag. Thanks, folks. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks to Soul Food. Good night.